truly thrilled to be here today to share a few simple and basic tips that can help you use Facebook to supplement your marketing and build your business. So let's take a look at what we'll be covering today. First, I want to talk about the power of Facebook. Then I really want to answer a few questions. Why? Why should you care about this? I then want to talk about establishing or enhancing your presence on Facebook. Then building and, more importantly, engaging your fan base. I then want to share some highlights of Facebook advertising, and then, of course, we'll leave time for questions and answers. But before we get started, we wanted to take a quick poll. So take it away, Eric.
All right. Very simple question. Just if you could please click on one of the boxes here about how often do you use Facebook, and if you use it over 10 times a day, if you engage with it, either checking it or making a post or get an alert. If that happens over 10 times a day, check the first box. 10 times a week, the second. About 10 times a month, the third. And if you don't engage all that much and it's really less than 10 times a month, you check it a few times a year or not at all, please click less than 10 times a month. All right, a few more seconds. Most everyone has voted. Very good. So I'm going to close that and we will share the results. Pretty spread out among the group. A lot of fairly heavy users, some moderate. No one would put down 10 times a month, but the largest group, actually, Georgie, is 40% less than 10 times a month. So some people with perhaps some education on why they would even want to engage with Facebook, but I'm sure you're going to head over there shortly. So let's hide that one, and we will go to the second one. For the people that are engaged with Facebook, if you could just answer, do you use Facebook for your business? Yes or no? All right. The yeses had it, but the no's are coming back strong. Wow, the no's have taken the lead, and everyone has answered. So I will close, and I will share the results. 44% use it for business, and 56% do not. So a little bit over half do not engage their business or talk about what they do online on Facebook. Okay. I am back to you, Georgie.
Okay, well, great. Very interesting numbers. For those of you who are using Facebook for your business, I hope today you can, you'll get inspired and get some additional tips that'll help. And for those of you who are not using it for your business, I hope that you're inspired to get started. And again, today I'm just going to be covering the basics, and possibly in future webinars we'll talk about more advanced concepts. So we're just going to go through the basics. So let's first talk about the power of Facebook and the numbers. So hopefully this will convince you. For the 56% of the people, Facebook has over 1 billion users worldwide. There's over 100 million users in the U.S., 655 million daily active Facebook users. That's a lot of people. There's over 50 million Facebook pages. The average user is spending about 20 minutes every time they go on to Facebook. And the average user also likes about 40 pages on average. And over 70,000 companies are using Facebook to connect with clients. So now let's address why what are the reasons why you should be using Facebook? Reason 1. If Facebook were a country, it'd be the 3rd largest in the world. 1 in 3 people you meet will be on Facebook. So really, the #1 reason your customers are on Facebook, and you need to be engaging with them where they are and where they're socializing. Secondly, people share their lives on Facebook and discuss brands they like. Are you even in that discussion? When someone likes your Facebook page, it'll show up in their news feed. The average Facebook user has 130 friends. So this is the one-to-many, the word of mouth. This is viral marketing. So reason number 2, this is a great way to really amplify your brand and your message. Facebook is an immediate communication tool where people go to talk. It is a great platform to engage with customers, thanking them for positive comments, but also, as important, dealing with any issues or complaints, because it's now, with the advent of and the explosion of social media, it's become very easy for people to complain. So the number 3 reason, Facebook can really become a core component of your customer service. So not just about the marketing, but also about customer service. Facebook is a place where people go to interact and have fun. This is where you can be more informal and really show your brand personality versus maybe your website that needs to be a little more professional. So reason number 4, this is an opportunity for you to really humanize your brand. Integrating a social media strategy will also help you with your rankings in search engines, because sites like Facebook have a lot of authority on the internet, meaning Google gives it a lot of credibility as far as ranking in search engines. So, and you can also link your Facebook to all your other social channels. So if you have Twitter and Pinterest and Google Plus and a few others, that you can link them together, as well as link it to your website or your blog, depending on what you have. So Facebook will really help expand your digital presence. And my favorite term, and Eric hears this all the time, is it's really about casting a wider net. Facebook also has built-in insights or metrics for pages. You can easily track the popularity of your posts by locations, gender, and age, because remember, Facebook knows a lot about its users. So reason number 6, you can measure your efforts. We don't have to guess. And last but not least, it's free. Now, some apps and advertising, which we will discuss, have a cost, but if you just create a page, it is free. So for my 56 percenters, please today go start a page. Mm-hmm. So now let's get started. You first need to get started with a personal account. Now, Facebook does allow you to start a business page without being tied to a personal account, but we do not recommend that. There are several limitations to a business-only page, such as the search. There's no method to like other pages as your page. There's no updates in the news feed because you can't like pages. And there's no ability to invite friends from your admin panel. So a lot of people are worried when they're tying their business page to their personal account that their non-friends are going to see their personal information, and that's not true. So remember, people have profiles and companies have pages, so don't confuse the two. So creating a Facebook business page is easy. You simply go to this link, facebook.com/pages/create. There's also a link at the bottom of all the Facebook pages to create a page. You then select the brand and product on the right-hand side there. You select a category, and for most of you, you're going to choose home decor. And then you agree to terms and click to get started. So, poof, you have a page. You will then want to create and register a Vanity URL on Facebook. This is really your branding on social media. We also recommend that you try and have consistency across all your social media. So if you're just getting started, you want to do some due diligence to see what is available. So that, for instance, let's say the Big Couch Media Group, we're facebook.com/bigcouchmedia, and we're that on Twitter, and on all of our social channels are consistent. So, make sure that you do your research, because it just makes it a lot easier, and it's good for brand consistency. You also want to make sure your Facebook timeline graphic and profile picture is visually appealing. And I know I don't have to say that really to this group. It's especially important for designers. I mean, a picture, you guys know a picture's worth a thousand words, right? And additionally, Facebook now allows for calls to action to be included in the main timeline graphic. And then I just did some looking around on Facebook and just wanted to share a few samples of some great Facebook pages. Here's Glidden, that's a big brand. So you will also be prompted to set up your basic company information and descriptions. Make sure you include the terms and keywords that you want to be associated with, as this will help with your ranking in search engines, because Google does index Facebook. And so you want to make sure that you use, if you are commercial interior design in Boca or bathroom design, whatever your niche is, make sure that's included in your description. And you also want to include links to your website or blog, as well as your other social media channels. So once your page is set up, just so that you know, it is very easy to go back anytime and edit the information on the page. You just click the tab at the top of your page where it says update information. So, it's pretty easy. Next is managing admin roles. So this is something important, because I hear this a lot from people, that they sort of want to share the wealth, and whether it's blog writing or social media posts, let's say you have a partner or you have somebody on staff, just because it is set up, you set up the page and it's attached to your personal profile, you can allow others to administer the page as well. And you can provide them with different levels of permission. So not everybody has access to all, change all the features. So just remember, you don't have to do it all yourself. So now you have your page and you want to build your fans or likes. Here are just a few ideas, basic ideas to consider. First, invite your Facebook friends to like your page. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Also, use your email list to encourage people to like your page, possibly even offer an incentive. Promote and link your Facebook page to your website or blog. You can run some simple contests. Also, think about your other social media channels. Again, you want to cross-promote everything. And then also in your traditional advertising, your marketing materials, if you have brochures, your business cards. So again, you just really want to sort of put it out across all of your various channels, and then possibly consider some Facebook advertising, which again we're going to talk a little bit in more detail later. So here's just a few sample contests that we've run over the course of the last year or so. Some very simple, like the gift card. You know, possibly for the interior designers, you could offer a chance to win a free in-home design consultation for liking your page. Just food for thought.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have started to build our fan base, but now key is how we keep our fans engaged with quality posts. It's important to keep in mind. So make posts relevant to your business and more importantly to your audience. Why should they care? Is this information helpful? You know, this is a great opportunity for designers because most regular people like me who have no design sense are looking for tips on how to beautify their home and that sort of thing. You guys take it for granted. And I actually like quite a few pages that do a very nice job of giving me, you know, different tips and that sort of thing. You want to be very authentic. Use images and videos. If you have videos, obviously you have a lot of images. If you have before and afters, this is a great place to be, posting that. You want to ask questions. You want to encourage engagement. So you may put a tip up there, but then ask an open-ended question. And when you ask those questions, you also need to make sure that you're promptly responding to any comment on your Facebook page. So if you can't do it, or maybe, again, if you have somebody on staff who happens to love social media, maybe they could be monitoring this. But just make sure, because there's nothing worse than posting a comment, whether it's, even if it's positive, I had a great experience, it's always nice to know that the company cares that I'm engaging with them on social media. Also, you could provide special offers for your fans. You could create themes like Free Fridays, or you could come up with some fun themes. You want to be current with events, holidays, and seasons. Again, especially like design tips for the holidays. That would be a great Facebook. It could be a series, actually. You could come up with a series. But last but not least, just make sure that you post regularly. Nothing worse than liking a page, and then, I take the time to like the page, and then the company hasn't posted in 3 months. So just be committed to some schedule, even if it's, once a week or twice a week.
Georgie, can you hear me?
Yes.
A Donna from Chicago asked a question on video posting. Do you recommend posting a video directly to Facebook, or do you recommend posting it to YouTube and then posting the link? Does it matter?
So it matters. For Facebook, it doesn't matter, but for the value it will give you from a digital perspective, post it on YouTube, because that will just help with your search engine rankings overall. So
okay, so
Google,
YouTube would be recommended for search engine.
Yes, correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Thank
you for the question, Donna.
You don't have to, but just for other reasons not related to Facebook, I would do it, and it's still a good user experience.
And I guess if you ever wanted to share it again, it's much easier to find it later from your YouTube account than to scroll down your Facebook, which could get pushed down pretty far pretty quickly.
Well, and you also may want to be posting that video on your blog or your website. So, you know, YouTube makes it very easy to embed videos into your web pages. So,
Right.
So yeah, I would definitely leverage YouTube. So an area that you might want to consider allocating some advertising dollars is on promoted posts. And basically what this does, this is going to place your posts higher in news feeds of your current fans and their friends, or also you can choose to those promoted posts. So let's say you were doing design tips for the holidays, you were doing a series, you could also reach a broader audience, and budgets can be limited, and it's very easy to do just by the click of a button. So if you have a physical location, you can also use the check-in feature and check-in deals to encourage check-in. And for those of you on the call who know me, you know I check in everywhere. But that's a fun, a fun way to again encourage. If I post that I'm, let's say, a Capital Lighting in Boca, then my 857 friends on Facebook, and I say something nice, of course, I would say something nice. They'll all see that. Next, another way to engage with your fans, let's say if you host events, you can also use the event feature on Facebook, just as a, again, another way for engagement. So scheduling posts, you can easily schedule posts in advance. So if let's say you want to post twice a week, you could come up with a whole month post and then just schedule them. So you just pick the type, you click the clock little button, you pick a date, and then you schedule. So it's really, it's very, very easy. So, maybe you want to spend, scheduled to do all your Facebook posts weekly or, however. But this will help, with time management. So now,
if you have like a couple of hours devoted to creating posts, you could create them all and then space out when they are posted, just so it has more relevance, right? You don't want to post them all at once. You want to sort of spread them out.
Right. So let's say you want to have 2 posts a week, but you don't want to have to remember, but you want to schedule all of August, and you want them to post on Mondays and Wednesdays. You can schedule those in advance.
I got a quick question from Greg asking what time is the best time to make a post?
Would be in the late morning. Late morning to early afternoon. Unfortunately, most people are on Facebook during their workday.
Well,
a lot of employers don't like to hear that, but
well, if they're engaging with customers, that's a good thing.
Correct. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So now I just want to spend a few minutes to talk about Facebook advertising. So Facebook advertising is based on a cost per click. So for those of you who haven't heard that term, that means that you only have to pay for the clicks that when somebody actually clicks on the ad. That's when you get charged. So what you don't get charged for is the overall potential exposure your brand gets. So there's actually a greater value from a branding perspective, but from a cost perspective, you're only going to get charged when somebody physically clicks on your ad. And that's similar to how Google AdWords works as well. You can use Facebook advertising to build your likes on your page, or for company news and announcements, promote events, special offers. And what is really great about Facebook advertising, which makes it probably one of the most unique from an online perspective advertising channels, it can be very targeted, because remember, Facebook knows a lot about us when we're using Facebook. So they know our gender. If you have your age posted, they know your age. They know if you have kids. They know where you live. They know what university you went to, and they also associate interests. So if I like certain types of pages, Facebook will serve up to me similar type pages as well from an advertising perspective. So it's really a great way to target. Now, having said that, it's different than, let's say, a Google ad. It's going to be a more passive advertising channel, because people aren't going to Facebook. Like let's say I go to Google and I type in Jimmy Choo shoes, because I'm looking to buy shoes. So I'm active, I'm raising my hand, and let's say, a retailer's ad comes up. Facebook's a little bit different, because people aren't really shopping. It's a more, I guess the point I want to make is it's a more passive advertising channel. So setting up an ad on Facebook is very easy. You first choose the page, the place, or event that you want to promote. You need to determine the goals of your ad. Do you want to get more likes? Do you want to promote a post that was the promoted post? Do you want to promote a special offer to go to your website? So again, you need to determine the goals. Next, you want to pick the audience you would like to reach. This goes back to the targeting. This includes location, ages, gender, and interest. And this will help you target the exact audience you would like for your ad to reach. And it'll also give you the number of potential people that you will reach based on that targeting. With Facebook ads, you can pick the exact pricing and scheduling that works for your budget, and it just really helps you control the advertising costs as well. And with Facebook ads, they have great reporting tools, so you can really monitor the performance and the goals and calculate your return on investment on your advertising campaign. So I would encourage, if you haven't tested some Facebook advertising, and maybe you've done some Google advertising, to maybe think about testing that. So the last piece that I wanted to talk about relative to Facebook, so now we've created this page, we've built fans, let's say we're running ads, we have posts. Facebook has a really great reporting tool that they call their page insights, that you can use to track the results of all your efforts. So you could see things like likes, what audience you reached, and who was talking about your page. You can also see the size and engagement of your audience. The graph will show how posts have influenced the number of people talking about your page and your reach. And then you can get down, very granular down to the data on every single one of your page posts. So it's pretty interesting. So, you know, if you're going to put the time and effort into actually leveraging Facebook, you also want to see how what's performing better. If your design tips for the holidays was you know, a great success and, you know, had a lot of engagement, you might want to be thinking about seasonal campaigns like that and, you know, that sort of thing. So in summary, the keys to success on Facebook are simple. Build your page, connect with people, engage your audience, and influence friends of fans. That's how you're really going to expand your reach. So I want to thank all of you for taking the time to attend our CEU course today, and I hope that this may have inspired you, my 56%, to get started, and the 44% to maybe get more involved, even at the most basic level. But we are going to open up for questions, but I wanted to let you know before we take questions that the CEU is registered with IDCEC, and it has a 0.1 CEU value. We will be reporting this back to IDCEC on your behalf. So just wanted, that was a little housekeeping there.
Great.
Questions?
Georgie, question here, Facebook versus LinkedIn. Let me read your, hold on, let me see your cartoon here. I got the, very cute. Facebook versus LinkedIn, I have limited time. Which one should I do?
So depending on your business, if you're an interior designer and you are more commercially focused, I would say LinkedIn would be more of a priority because that's more of a business to business. But if you are more in the residential and consumer, I would say Facebook.
Got it. And just going back to business, what you recommended, or do you recommend having 2 Facebooks, or do you recommend having 1? I hear things go back and forth. Personally, I have 1 Facebook, and I do use it for both purposes, both business and personal. But that I'm communicating as me, not necessarily as Capital Lighting. Capital Lighting also has its own Facebook. But if you're a sole proprietor, you're a designer, do you think the designer should have a Debbie Designs Facebook and a Debbie Smith Facebook?
So here's what I recommend. So for me personally, my personal Facebook is for personal, although sometimes it does cross over. I do have business associates and clients that I am friends with on Facebook, on my personal. So I tend to, again, this is a personal preference. I think your personal profile is personal, even though you might have business associates. But I think if you have a business, you should have a business page. Absolutely.
And then you could share the posts back and forth as they're relevant.
Correct. Right.
And just I get posts all the time. Please like my business page. Yeah, I usually do for people that I like. So I guess the problem is they set up those pages and then they don't do anything with them.
Again, it's about making a commitment, even if it's I'm going to have 1 post a week, and schedule it. Put it on your to-do list. Create a calendar. You know, because along with your other, I'm assuming that you're also engaging in other marketing activity. And so this just becomes a tactic in your overall, you know, marketing plan. So just, or delegate it to someone also.
I have a question regarding sharing of posts and how is that how often should you share the posts of other people on your business Facebook?
How often? If they're relevant and they're interesting and it was every day, I would do it all the time. Again,
it's the kind of thing.
Go ahead.
It's the kind of thing you want to show interest in what other people are doing and show that you find what they're saying is of value in the hopes, many times, that they will also do a quid pro quo and take a look at what you're doing and hopefully find it of value. You have to sort of give to get.
Now that, and if the post is interesting to your fans and it's relevant, because what you don't want to do is start sharing content that isn't relevant to your important fan base. So I think as long as it serves value, it's helpful. Like the people who like your page would say, "Wow, that's really interesting information." That really is going to help. But doing it just to do it to show quid pro quo, I limit that and share posts that are, again, are interesting. And we do a lot of that because there's a lot of, in the digital space, there's a lot of information out there about what's new in technology, and I mean it's constantly changing. So we constantly, Big Couch, we're constantly reposting other interesting third-party information. It's not all, original content.
Right. And I guess if you don't want to share something to show your interest or support, you can just comment on their Facebook and say that's great information, or just like it, just to get some engagement with people that you want to engage with yourself.
Yep.
And another question about video is a video much more powerful than an image? I guess it depends upon the video or the image, but
I guess it depends. I mean, it depends on. I mean, in general, video is more engaging. But I think from an interior design perspective, I think I've seen some very powerful imagery. So, I think it depends on the subject matter and the content.
Okay. I don't see any other questions on the doc to answer. So if you're ready, I'll just make a couple of closing remarks. Are we good with that, Georgie?
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Georgie, and all of our professionals for joining us today. I'll be sending out an email to all of you with information as far as getting the CEU credits. The new online setup that the IDCEC has is pretty straightforward. And if you are looking for a credit and you already gave us your IDCEC number on your registration, it should happen automatically. We're going to submit that this week. If you have any questions, please reply to the email I send you, and I'll get an answer for you as quick as I can. I know many of you joining us today are registered pros with Capital Lighting and 1-800-lighting.com. As a pro, you know all about the benefits. Hopefully you know all about the benefits we offer to the design and trade community, from the industry's best tiered pricing structure to our free online directory we call Expert Finder, and that helps our customers find you, to our educational series like this. We also have two other programs we'd love for you to help spread the word about, and they are our Realtor and our Advantage programs. So if you know any realtors or other tradespeople who would be interested in providing great value to their clients and joining our networking efforts, please please pass them along the information that will be in your follow-up email. We really appreciate it. And lastly, I'd just like to say that our relationship with you guys is absolutely a two-way street. Our stated mission here is to be a part of a team to help make the world a brighter place. So we strive every day to add value to our pro community and deliver relevant content and bring to you showrooms and a website that are second to none. So I invite you, please share with me or any member of my team your thoughts or experiences with us. We always love to hear where we exceeded your expectations, but if perhaps there's areas we can improve, those are exceptionally helpful as well. So we never stop learning or trying to improve our business, and we appreciate you being with us on our journey. So with that, I bid you all a great rest of your day, and we will talk again soon. Thanks for joining us.